almost 8 years now, and if I woke up tomorrow and I had 0 clients, 0 supplies, and 0 following, these are the things I do completely differently. Please excuse the foil on my fingers. I'm soaking off my nail. While I was sitting here, I was just thinking, if I had to start over as a nail tech in 2026, what would I actually do differently? Some of these are mistakes I made, and some of these are things that I just learned the hard way. My name is Mona. I am a licensed nail tech in South Florida, and this is what I would do differently if I started off doing nails in 2026. The first one is stop buying everything. I thought I needed every glitter, every gel, every powder there was on the market, everything that was popular at the time. But then I slowly realized it was a complete waste of money. I found myself buying like the complete line of things, and most of the time I've never even used the colored powders. I always did like a neutral base and colored the design on top. I just feel like it's a different time now. When I first started doing nails, colored acrylic was a thing, but over time we found different ways to incorporate gel and make it easier to do the designs without having to use powder for everything. I find it's easier to buy all neutral colors like white, nude, pink, and mix your own powders because it creates every shade of neutral you could think of, and I just feel like you just save so much more money doing it that way. The second thing I would do differently is start creating content immediately. When I first started, I did a little content here and there, but I never stayed consistent with it. I could say that. I was way more fixated on wanting to start content like as soon as I got good at nails. But I wish I didn't wait until I got good to start filming content, because imagine if I started when I first started doing nails to now, I would have gotten way far. Granted, I'm very grateful for where I am now and the fact that I even started for these past 2 years, but it would have been way better if I did it when I first started. Content compounds over time, and consistency is everything. And all I'm saying is people love to see progress, so don't be too fixated on if you think your nails are good or not, because I promise you it's gonna be so satisfying to look back at your work from when you first started and then look at where you're at now when you are actually good, and you're gonna be happy that you had like that content there. Third tip would be learn marketing before nail art. You can be the best nail tech in your city, but if nobody knows that you exist, it really doesn't even matter. You know, marketing is number one. I went through a lot of challenges in my journey to get to the point of the clients that I have now. It was not easy, but I definitely feel like if I paid attention more to my marketing, it could have been easier for me to like weed out the bad clients and actually get clients that are for me. It would have made my process less anxious. Tip number 4, raise your standards, not just your prices. I'm talking like your policies, your professionalism, your branding. In the beginning, I was very hesitant on charging people. Even if I felt like I was worth more than I was at the time, I almost felt like sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to charge someone $100. Like, you almost feel like it's a crime to charge someone $100. But at the end of the day, like, it's your time. Like, you took your time to do this and you should get paid. You should know your worth in that sense, and stay strict to your policies. Follow them. Don't let people bend them. Don't let people take advantage. It's easy for that to happen in the beginning because you're just trying to get clients, you're just trying to make money. But the thing is that you find yourself in a situation where now you have clients that you probably want to get rid of eventually, or you feel like they don't respect you as a person, or they don't respect your boundaries, and that's not fun. It's not going to make your job fun at all. So I would say from the beginning, have strict policies, stick to them, and know your worth. Don't question yourself. Have the confidence to know, like, hey, I'm worth this amount at the end of the day. If you're not able to pay for it, there's plenty of other nail techs that you could go to that will give you what you need, but I'm just not that one. Tip the, I don't even know what number I'm on, y'all. But the next tip, I would say to learn business. I would assume if you're going to school for nails and getting a license that you want to make this a business, not just like a hustle thing. I feel like if it's like a hustle thing to you, don't even bother really taking the time out to spend the money to go to school. I feel like it's kind of like a waste of time, but that's just me. I feel like if you're investing your time to go to school, get the license and everything, you know, that's you eventually wanting to make this a business. So with that, you also have to learn, you know, all the things that people probably don't want to learn about, like taxes, you know, payroll, making an LLC, building your credit, things like that, you know. And in the beginning for me, I didn't learn about that stuff. I had the license, so I was pretty much, you know, working without any of that stuff, accepting cash so that it can't be traced and everything. You want to have that trace just because in the future, if you want to buy like a house, you know, buying a car, and they're asking you to like prove your income and things of that nature, or you got to prove something on your taxes, and of course you want to pay your taxes because you want to pay your taxes because I don't even need to go into debt with that. Like, you should know, but you want to make sure you're on top of those things so that when you do want to get what you want, whether it be a car, a house, or anything that's asking you to like prove your income, you have that information. And my last tip for you guys is a very important tip. Take care of yourself. Back pain, burnout, mental health, those are real things, and those are things that can happen over time in this industry, in this career. Take time off. Take time to just get your mind right sometimes. Sometimes it could be a lot when you're dealing with 4, 5, 6 clients a day and they have so much to tell you, and you know, they're dumping a lot of emotions on you, and you know, that can affect you sometimes. Like, sometimes it can really feel overwhelming. It's easy to get overwhelmed in this. It's easy to feel burnout. It's very important to just take the time to yourself. Like, listen to your body. If you're feeling like you can only do 3 clients a day, then only do 3 clients a day. You know, adjust accordingly, because at the end of the day, you don't want to kill yourself. You want to make sure that you feel good so that you can show up and tend to your business every single day and feel good about what you're doing. I also want to note that there are going to be times where you're not feeling as creative. For me, like, I always tell my clients when I'm in like those type of moods, I always tell them like, hey, like, I'm not feeling that creative today, so I'm gonna need you to help direct me into the direction that you want your nails done today. I can definitely execute it, but there are times where I can't like come up with things at the top of my head because I'm just not feeling like that creative drive. So if that was ever you, like, that's okay. What I also do that helps me is I keep folders on Pinterest just in case like my clients come and they don't know what they want. They can just kind of like scroll through like things that I saved for the season, or like things that I think is cute, and then we just kind of like copy that or remix it to like whatever, you know, whatever their style is. If I had to start over tomorrow, I'd honestly be excited because now I know what actually matters. I feel like I know this industry well enough that if I had to start over tomorrow, I would literally kill it. I've actually been working on a guide with all the nail tech tips and tricks and shortcuts I've learned over time over the past few years. If that's something that you would be interested in, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if you're already a nail tech, what is something you wish you knew sooner? If you're just starting out, like, what is something you're nervous about? Comment down below because I really want to hear from you guys. And if you like this video today, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know more about being a nail tech, feel free to contact me, or just write down below in the comments what you guys want to see from this channel. I've only been posting consistently, I would probably say like a 1.5 years now, and I'm really trying to get better at it, and I would love for you guys to be on this journey with me. But I just been kind of having like a creative block lately, which I feel like is just natural. Like it's just something that happens, and that was just like that time for me. But I try to be as consistent as possible when it comes to my content. But I'm gonna try to take off these nails, y'all. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.